It's not everyone's cup of tea to consume an entire podcast. That's why, welcome to The Ranveer Show's Highlights channel, TRS Clips. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. I'm going to go back to the theme of this podcast, which is mental toughness.
Right.
I'm going to say something controversial that might get me into some trouble, but I'm saying it in a very general way. You highlighted this whole aspect of therapists and psychologists who've dedicated their entire life to helping people and their mental health issues. And I'm sure that they know about the human mind way deeper than people from other professions.
Right.
But, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm asking you this question, I'm not making any statements. Do you believe that the human mind is limited enough for someone to take all aspects of it and put it inside a textbook?
Because it's impossible.
Yeah, I personally believe, especially with psychology students, I've spoken to a few students studying at Mumbai University. They're very arrogant about the stuff they read in their textbooks. For example, I know that there's a textbook in Mumbai University that actually just kind of calls meditation false. It calls meditation fake. That's not what Naval Ravikant says. That's not what Luke Coutinho says. That's not what my experiences have taught me. I've had some out-of-body experiences in meditation. I have seen my own mental health get better over time through consistent meditation. I've seen my mental toughness increase through meditation.
Right.
And I feel that experience is the biggest teacher. Honestly, maybe that was my own subjective experience, but I don't believe that psychology textbooks completely encapsulate the human mind. And I have met some fantastic psychologists, some fantastic therapists who have learned through the experience of coaching or mentoring other people. I feel that that's what teaches them the most. But never limit your perspective on things because of the textbooks that you've read. So
Absolutely. Textbooks are guides. Let's go back to medical science, okay? Anatomy is my favorite subject, but it gives me information and knowledge on how your heart works. What will happen if your creat levels go up? What happens if you have plaque in your brain? You know, it's great as a benchmark, okay? Anatomy in a book. That's a book. Structure is right, everything is good. But you are constantly changing. Okay? Just because anatomy says that a plaque will happen in the age groups of 50 to 60, okay, doesn't mean we start looking at it only when you're 50 to 60. It's a process that has started probably when you're 30 because you have low vitamin B12, you're sleep deprived. Example, that's where the book, it's great, but that's where it ends. Now for me, I want to know how can I prevent that plaque from coming in your brain? So I'm going to look beyond that. But just because science isn't looking beyond that and they haven't put the pieces together doesn't mean you're wrong. So psychology, yes, there's a process, there's a book and all of that stuff. But your brain is constantly evolving and changing every second, okay? How can you just take textbook knowledge and put it into a solution for your brain and your emotional problem? Okay? Someone's going through a divorce, it's the same thing. Accept it. Start going out. Start doing this. Start doing it. No. What about you? How are you changing? What role did you play in your own suffering? They're trying to make you feel better all the time by taking responsibility out of you. But when it comes down to depression, and a lot of people who are depressed, they don't like when I say this. It's your responsibility at the end of the day. Take help. Take a coach, go to a psychologist. I have psychologists on my team. That's why we say integrative medicine. I know a psychologist cannot fix my patient alone without us looking at their meditation on one side, their yoga. So if my psychologist doesn't believe in meditation, that's fine. You do your bit. My meditation teacher will take over and teach this person meditation because it is needed. So that's what integrative medicine, that is what we do. We take the patient what you need, not what the textbook says. Okay? We won't break the rules of the textbook. But if I feel Ranveer needs a higher protein diet and a higher carb diet because he's carb efficient, I'm not going to look at a textbook that says, oh, low carb is the best. Because if I put a CGM monitor on you and I find out that you are carb efficient, guess what? You're going to lose more weight with carbs. So I'm treating you as an individual. I'm using the knowledge of the textbook. So you are absolutely right. People who and see, that's the difference between a successful psychologist and a psychologist who's not so successful. My point is everyone studied the same thing. All of you all should be A-class psychologists. What's the difference?
curiosity?
Curiosity and experience. One person goes beyond and uses experience and textbook knowledge. The other person who's probably not made it yet is still stuck in a textbook and is trying to fit the patient in a box in the textbook. Can never ever work that way. I always give the simple example. 100 A+ doctors will pass out of Harvard and Yale Medical College every year. How many of them will make it as the most successful doctors? 2, 3, or 4? Why not 100? Same textbooks, same knowledge, same professors. What's the difference? The person. The experience, how much they went the extra mile to fuse everything together and give a result.
Yeah.
But those who are still stuck in this textbook writing articles about saturated fat is bad for you, like still articles coming out from leading institutes across the world. That's what I mean. They're textbook, bound. And that's the problem.